Glasses, no good. Yeah. So if you want to tell me, yeah, okay. All right, hello, everybody. Welcome. So good to be back here in Hop Hog. I have been doing this class, did it about 5 times already. So I always feel like I practice on everybody else and I make it really good for you guys. All right. So is that okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. I have a lot of local produce. You can smell it's almost like a street fair. I got some grilled sweet sausage going. I use sweet because not everybody likes the hot too. So I'll go over a lot of different things. I hope everybody had a great summer. I'll tell you what I was doing all summer. Not everything, but tell you a lot of it. Okay. So first thing, let me tell you about the sausage here. It's called Pork King. That is the brand that I'm using. Love it. It's at a lot of the Italian pork stores. I do get it at Restaurant Depot. I like the rope sausage better. The rope sausage is this. You see how nice and thick that is? It just really seals in the juice. Once this is done, I just let it rest for a few minutes and then the juices stay in there. Okay. You want to make sure it's cooked. 158 is the temperature for sweet sausage. Always have this, right? You always want this when you're cooking at home. Okay. If you don't have one, please buy one. Food safety. You probably heard about that restaurant on the news, right? And they all have, that has great reviews, that place I saw. You know what? But one mistake, but hopefully they do get their chance back, but it's quite the mistake. So you got to be careful. So I'm going to let this grill. I brushed a little bit of canola oil on here because when you throw it on a grill, you want it to be able to take a nice high heat. And I put a little kosher salt and black pepper on here. Okay. So you can hear it. Now I'm going to take this off. You can hear it nice and sizzling. So now, funny thing, come in here today, right? I put all my stuff in my buckets, right? You always have your knives, everything in there. So at the very bottom of my bucket, I put a knife that I have since the 1980s. You want to see what it looks like? I still can't figure out how could it get like this? Nothing could break. I don't get it. Everything was on top of it, but like, I would have loved to have had a little camera under there just to see the time that it went pop. Why? No, but you know what? Yeah, I would always think that, and this is what usually goes, the wood handle separates here and that would come out. That's what would have given up, but strange, right? I have something to tell you, right? So I'm going to cut up some tomatoes. These tomatoes, that you look at them and you can tell they are beautiful. If they're local, most of the time they're going to be like this. Okay, really nice inside. I got them at Lewin Farms. So that's over in Wading River. Anybody go to Lewin Farms? All right. Yep. Some really great buys there. Some just out of this world, These tomatoes were like $2.49 a pound for local tomatoes. That is a great price. Okay. And they're still pretty good there. And, if you go to some farm stands, they may have changed and they may not be as good as those August ones. So you get to learn certain farm stands, what's good for corn, what's good for tomatoes. Okay. So I just kind of chop these tomatoes nice and small. So just making a caprese, which is tomatoes, basil, some onion in there, fresh mozzarella. You guys like fresh mozzarella, right? Yeah. Yeah. Who doesn't, right? But it's got to have that little bit of salt on there. It's got to have the salt on there. If you ever tried fresh mozzarella with just nothing on there, eat it plain, it's boring. It needs that little bit of salt on there, or it needs to be in between a sandwich or a panini. Okay. So I'm just going to add this in here. Okay. Cut up some onion, red onion. Red onion, you should be able to find 99 cents a pound. Okay, everywhere. Actually, I'm just going back to Lewin's for a second. So again, the tomatoes were good price. The corn wasn't bad. It was 65 cents an ear for the local corn at a farm stand's pretty good. But to pick your own blueberries, a quart was $13.99 to go pick your own. Now you do the work and then you get robbed. Yeah. Years ago, it would be the opposite. It would be cheaper. when you bought it in, went and picked your own because you did the work. But now it's your pleasure to go get those. That's probably what they're thinking. Yep. There's probably a lot of eating that goes on. Yeah. Now I have to admit, when I was a kid, my brother and I, when we go strawberry picking, there'd be a few times when you're down there picking, you'd go like that, and you'd throw one and you hit them. Yeah, I know, not me, right? I wouldn't do that, right? So let me just go back to cutting this onion up here. So all summer I did so many children's classes, a lot of cupcake classes. From July 1st until August 14th it was, I went through 2,800 cupcakes. 2,800. No, I did not make them myself. You go to supply stores to get them because they're doing the decorating, the kids. So I get all the decorating, the ideas, and then we all put it together, the kids. But they're just so great that they're great to have the kids. Do a lot of children's programs all over Long Island. I'm just going to hold this up, show everybody. Beautiful tomatoes, beautiful red onion. I'll put a little bit of this garlic over here. Okay, a little bit of fresh ground black pepper. Some kosher salt. Kosher salt brings out that tomato flavor, really good. Red wine vinegar. Now you're probably saying, why do you have it in here? Because I buy it by the gallon, okay? And I'll go through a gallon in probably about 3 weeks. And then I start buying a smaller one as I know I don't need it for a while. Red wine vinegar will last probably a good year to a year and a half, though. Okay, extra virgin olive oil. I'm just gonna test that sausage there. You know, right before I came in, I parked my car right outside here, and my phone rang, and it was a Nassau number. I won the Publishers Clearinghouse today. Can you believe that? Yep. They said 20 minutes, we're bringing your car over. What color do you want? So you're bringing it over in 20 minutes, but what color do you want? I can't buy a car like that and get it the next day, probably. Wow. Just hang up on those scams. Don't let them get you, okay? Be careful. What's that? Yep. That's it. Yep, that's it. Yeah, yeah. So I'm just take this off here. I'm just gonna let it in this pan. I have a little more sausage over there. Come on. All right. Right here. Okay. Gonna cut up a little bit of fresh Italian parsley. Use the Italian parsley because that has the better flavor than the curly parsley. Usually, if you go to like a meat farms, you should pay around 99 cents. Sometimes they have it for $4 for $5, but you don't have to buy 4. Okay, it's still $1.25 for the bunch. Good soil, sunny area. And then if that real direct heat, you got to bring it back a little bit. I tent it with almost like some plastic wrap. Well, those different fertilizers and things you can, I'm sure there is some sort of a vitamin out there. I don't grow that, okay, just because I have too many deer that live around my neighborhood, okay? You too, right? They're all over. You do, right? Now, how long have they been here in Hop Hog? Oh, okay. Hampton Bays, they've probably been there probably where I live down by the water. 2 deer was swimming across the bay one day. A neighbor, and I know the person across the bay, and he called me up and he said, go down by the bay. There's 2 deer coming over. He goes, you're going to have them the rest of your life now. It's been 12 years now. And yep, it's been right. Yeah. Yeah. No. So I'm just going to take this basil, and I just take the basil and just kind of fold it under, and then I shred it really good. And that's called chiffonade. Chiffonade is when you shred something, the basil. So if you go to a restaurant and it says chiffonade basil, you're probably going to pay $3 extra for that word. Okay. If it says chopped basil or just basil, you're in the right restaurant. Okay. So as far as what things are going up in price and what's going to be maybe a shortage, the couple things that I see, bacon is going back up. Okay. And I just like to give people the heads up of the different things. Sugar has gone up a lot. Now I needed to buy, believe it or not, I bought 30 10-pound bags today. Okay. All right. It went up $3 a bag. So think about that money, how much that is, right? Just in a day. Flour, there's supposed to be a little bit of a shortage, and rice. Those are the only things that I've heard of so far. So if you're a baker or whatever, just get your bag of flour and, just so you have it. Okay. Okay, just gonna put this in here, the rest of the basil. Got another bowl, so I kind of divide it up a little bit. I'm putting some capers in there. Capers are used in Mediterranean cooking. You want to rinse them. They have a lot of salt on them. They've been brined. So rinse them really good. And these are pretty large. And these I give a nice rough chop because you ever have them like in chicken piccata or something like that, right? And you go with the spoon and you kind of chasing it. So if you take the knife and you just kind of flatten them, you don't have to chase them. You'll get them every time. Okay. But one day I was doing this class a couple weeks ago. My son called me up, some of you remember my kids from coming here years ago. So 22 and 26 now. Yep. Time does go by, right? And he calls me up. He says, "You want to go fishing?" I said, "Yeah." And I'm not a fisherman whatsoever. So we go fishing in Hampton Bays where I live, and we go out there for 2 hours on a boat and go in the inlet. We throw out the line. Every time we throw out the line, we caught something. Both everybody on the boat was a boom, boom, boom. You know how many you went home with? None, because all the different size regulations and all that. So you couldn't keep any of them. So one of them I looked at and I said, "Oh, it was a fluke," and it was like this big. I said, "Got to be a keeper, He goes, "It's a little too shy. They'll get in a lot of trouble." Yeah. So they had to go back in. Yeah. It was fun just to at least catch them and have fun that way. I'm sorry? Fluke, yeah. And got some sand sharks too. Yeah. We're getting some different fish coming up too because the water's warmer. So we're getting some of the fish that like from Florida and things like that. Maybe we'll have grouper here one day, right? And we don't have to go to Florida for grouper. So I'm just chopping up some fresh mozzarella. This block here was a 5-pound block, okay, right out to here. Okay. And I just cut it into little sections. This is a lot cost efficient to do it that way. And then I'll cut it into little pieces. That. So I'm going to throw on some baguette onto this grill in a second. So what I did with those baguettes over there, I took a little bit of olive oil, kosher salt, and black pepper, and I just sprinkled it on each one. And then I took a little piece of garlic, and I'm just going to throw this in here. Took a little bit of garlic, and you really want to open it up. So you take it and just slice it open because now this is where that real good scent is. It's inside here. And just kind of rub it on all the pieces just to get that garlic flavor in here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this grill up and I'm going to start grilling bread. Just get it really nice, get it warm, crisp. And then I'll toss that caprese relish. I'll tell you about this grill in a minute. It's a really good grill. I don't know if I ever brought this here. I ever bring it here? No? Okay. We always get new people here too. Who's never been in my class before? Okay, so a good amount. So I've been doing this for 12 years, doing this the libraries. Last year, my wife said to me when she does my kind of bookkeeping and all that, and she says to me, she says, "All right, guess how many libraries you went to?" I said 67 because I am really busy. So she goes, "No, higher." I said 85. She goes, "Higher." It was exactly 100. It was not 101, not 99. So I'm just going to throw this in here, mix, and just tell you. Uh, uh, there was probably about 85 on Long Island, and then in Massachusetts, and a few virtual ones that I did. So I'm just going to toss this really good. I think it needs a little more mozzarella cheese. So I think you guys are going to agree too, because you look like you like your mozzarella, right? Okay. So I got some more over here. So I went to the Great Neck Library one day, and the librarian there said to me, she goes, "Rob, I see your name everywhere. How many libraries do you do?" And I told her that little story I just told you. She says, "What's your goal for next year?" I said 80. And then I said 70. Nope, no, no. So, yeah, tomorrow night, if anybody wants to do a Zoom class, uh, there's a library. I'm doing it in Massachusetts tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And it's called the Taft Public Library. So if you're at home and you want to do a Zoom cooking class, they will send you the recipes and you can watch it online. I'm doing an apple cider chicken breast and I'm doing pumpkin pie muffin tops. Okay. So even if you just want the recipes, whatever, call them. Even though you're from Hop Hog and they're from Massachusetts, you're allowed to sign up and they will send you it. 7 o'clock, we go live. I make it in my dining room. And it's just like doing this, but after I say good night, everybody, I just go like this in a seat and we have dinner. I'm just chopping this up. This one it's fresh mozzarella as well. This one is just the slices of mozzarella. So it's just going to kind of break apart nice and easy. Uh, she will during the week because she has no choice because I am out doing this, although she works too. So sometimes I may have some of this left and bring some of it home. But after I do this class, maybe 8, 10 times, she's like, "All right, enough. We don't need this anymore." Okay. So I'm just going to hold that up, show everybody what it looks like. Okay. Good. I want this to get a little bit more hotter. I'm going to tell you about this little grill right here. The brand is called All Clad. I bought this at Costco probably about 6, 7 years ago. It's about $139 for it. It is just fantastic. It goes up to 400 degrees. I can sear on it. Okay. So I do salmon on here. I do vegetables on here, bread, grilled the sausage on here already. So it's a really good grill. So if anybody's looking for it, something to look it up. They probably have it online as they have everything online. I am just adding because it needs a little bit of liquid because you want a little bit of that liquid to go into the bread. Okay. I'm going to slice up some of the sausage as well too. And then that bread should be done. Yes. I'm sorry. Underneath there, you're talking for the plastic, you mean? No, no, there's something there that protects it. It's almost like that little burner that I bring. There's like a little plate under it and it keeps it from burning. It's not actually. It's just being a good boy. Yeah. So when I come in here, what the first thing I do is I look up, I say, okay, smoke detector, grill goes over here. Yep. I've done that too many times. Whoop. So here is a little sausage that I cooked up before. I'm just gonna slice up some more sausage. I'm not sure when our next class is. I know we have, I think we have one more for this year, but then I know we have some already booked for into 2024. Okay. And as always, anytime that you can't make it and you're on the list, please call. So this way, if anybody's on the waiting list, because I did hear there was a large waiting list. Okay. Check this. All right. Yep. Starting. I had it on very low for the sausage. I didn't want it to overcook. Did anybody watch the tennis the other night? Who's really into the tennis and watching it? You watch it? Yeah. Yep. I went, not this yesterday, I went the Sunday before. I saw Djokovic, and then I saw Swiatek, who was #1 at the time for the ladies. What a great night at going to the US Open. It's just a really nice night. But it was hot. Oh my God. It was at night and it was 90. It was brutal. And can they charge? Oh my God. But I always say to my wife, I said, you know what? They have 2 weeks to make their money. And then, it's not like where the Mets are home every day and playing and, so they only have 2 weeks to really make all their money. All right. So you're going to be eating in a minute. Everybody has their plates. I know you folks are over there, but there are plates that are still available at some of the tables there. So, they're over there. Mhm. All right, that should be good for right now. Okay, so leave everything at the table except for your plate. When you come up, just hand me a plate. I'll just kind of assemble it really good. And I can see it's starting to get nice grill marks on here. Okay. See, it's not smokeless, right? You seeing that? Yep. Yep. So we're gonna start right here. I'm gonna go like this, right over to you guys. Okay, can't bypass you, and go back like this, zigzag to the back. Okay, and then later you guys come up first. Thank you. You're welcome. Turn this off here. You are. You're welcome. You're welcome. There you are. Everybody decides.
That's my dinner.
Good.
Tell you that celery that you told me to wrap it up in the.
It works like crazy, right?
Amazing, totally amazing.
There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. How are you? Good. You're welcome. Yeah, I have all the hot stuff at home. You like the spicy, right? Yeah. Does it still like you though? Does the spicy still like you? Doesn't hurt you. Oh, that's good. Good. That's a good thing. Enjoy it. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Put my sausage on the side.
Yep, absolutely. You're welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
I gave you a tomato and the mozzarella took off on you.
Thank you.
Got ya. You know what? If I can just go like that, you don't mind? Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay.
Right.
Right
Red.
after I said that, I noticed the smoke.
Red.
Before
Yeah.
that, I didn't.
See ya.
So
You had a start, didn't you?
It was there, you just didn't see it.
The alarm hasn't gone off yet, so it's still okay.
No.
Like this.
Yeah. Thank you. Enjoy it. Sure. Not enjoying it here,
Oh.
or maybe a little.
well, I went out early,
Did you?
4:30.
Did you have a good dinner?
No, it wasn't like this. I've had this.
I'm like me, who didn't eat.
Thank you.
I had like
Even salad.
a piece of
Even
chicken,
salad.
yeah, that big was left over, so.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Well,
Thank you.
you keep us healthy. huh?
Yes.
Well, I'm trying.
Yeah.
You got to keep coming back.
So I went to the US Open the Friday before you, we were there the whole day. And it was great. We saw Francis,
Tiafo?
Tiapo, and we were also in the Arthur Ashe in the two big stadiums. Fabulous day.
Is it? What a day.
Oh, and the
Yes.
cocktails are great.
You're welcome.
Did you get one signature cocktail?
We didn't. It was so packed because we got there for we got there in between the day and night session. It was absolutely nuts.
Fabulous. I had such a wonderful time
Yeah. Would you park over by City Field or?
by my daughter, and then we took the train.
Good, good, good.
Stop, so it was good.
Yep.
But what a wonderful day. I'm gonna go back next year.
Good. Yeah.
it was just
Yep.
really good.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I said keeping us healthy. It's not like tomatoes that I'm grown.
Right. Right. I know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Memories, right?
She had to go, she said, sorry.
Sure, right?
No, the grandson.
Yes, okay. How are you? Good, good. Good to see you. Sure, absolutely. You are welcome. Thank you. You like to cook?
Yes. My wife is an excellent cook.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't like to cook.
Oh, okay.
I'm a pretty good cook and I like to cook.
Right, that's great. You too. Here you are?
Cheese in the sausage?
No, there's not. Now, it's in there though. All right, oh, it's the sweet Italian sausage. Yeah, yep, there's no cheese. Yep, yep. Now, can you have if I pick out some of the tomato? No, all right, all right. You know what? Let me just slice up some tomato leaves. All right, all right, all right. I tried. Of course. You're welcome.
Something on in the.
Oh,
She had to go to the emergency room on the boat and it was so bad. They had to give her an IV, steroids and everything.
oh,
You have to be very careful about, Jesus.
I get it. Oh my,
Yeah, it's terrible. Thank you.
you're welcome. How are you? No, I was just the summertime doing that. Yeah. I've done that for years where it's been that. There you are. Yeah. Enjoy it. Thank you. Yeah. Always the summers, the kids, and then I go back to the adults. Yes, I think in 2024, I think we have 4 dates, if I remember right. Enjoy it.
Now, I just think that you're on the date for the rest of the year.
It's very possible. I wasn't sure. Yeah. I think I was here.
Like,
Thank you.
walk without
Th-
a job.
Thank you.
Like, flattering.
Thank you. Yeah, enjoy it. Sure. How are you? Good.
Been here 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Sausage and onions and basil will do that, won't it?
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Sounds like perfect. I haven't eaten that.
There you are.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. Hello.
Now, is this easy to clean?
Yeah, I gotta kind of hold it up, but I have a little brush and then there's this thing, it slides in here.
Yes, looks good.
It does great. It is fantastic. There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mhm. Okay, so now I'm gonna slide over here, talk about the appetizer. Now, I should have given you the appetizer first, but you know what? When I came in again, I saw that and I had everything over here. I always have the setup actually the opposite way. So I said, it's gonna throw me off all night, but no, it's all fine, you know? Thank you very much. Thank you. Good, thank you. Thank you. So everybody, if anybody wants to grow their own scallions, I have the roots up here, okay? When you come up, take 1 or 2 and let everybody just have a chance at them. Okay, put them in nice sunny soil, okay, nice area, water them good. They will grow back and you never buy scallions again, okay? I'm gonna put this over here. If anybody, for you people that are new to my class, I have a Facebook page and sometimes I'll put on there when a library calls me and they say, hey, we're low on attendance. Do you want to call, do you want to put it on there? So I do have some libraries that do that. Okay. So my page is simply Creative Chef Rob. Okay. Just so you know. And then you'll see when I do the Zoom classes in Massachusetts as well. Okay. Okay. So I turned that grill back on really good. What happened? You're I see. Got you. Okay. This little oven here, this is a convection oven and a rotisserie oven. I bought this about 6 years ago. I bought it at Kmart in Riverhead the day after Thanksgiving. Okay. And it was like $59 for it. I have like 5 of these. Okay. Cause I go through them pretty quickly and all. So, they're about 139, 149, but I had it the day after Thanksgiving, so you know how all those sales go and all that. Again, I bought it at Kmart, okay? You know how many Kmart's left? Does anybody know? Yep, there is. One just closed in New Jersey just within the last couple of weeks. There is 2 left, one in Miami, Florida, and one in Bridgehampton. Bridgehampton one is like super busy, everything, because there's nothing around there. So it's their Target, it's their Walmart, it's their everything. Yeah. So that one probably will go on unless somebody comes and makes them a great offer, you know? So let me tell you about the scallions here. Again, I'm gonna cut, there's another root on here. So I'm just cutting this root off here and putting it right in here. I want to cut these little tops right off the top here. Now I'm just gonna take these and is this clean? This is clean. I am just gonna take a little bit of canola oil. I think I put it over here. Just a little bit of canola oil. And the reason for the canola oil again is it takes a nice high heat. I just want to kind of toss it in there and I'm going to add a little bit of kosher salt on here. Now I'm going to take these and I'm going to throw these on the grill. So I want to get them nice and charred, give them a nice smoky flavor. Yes. It's coarser and it just brings out the flavor of the food, whether it's a steak or it's vegetables. If you put regular salt on there, the table salt, it's just salty. That's all it really is. So yeah, if you don't have kosher salt, it is worth getting it. Pink Himalayan salt is really good on steaks or chops. So right before you would eat it, just give it a twist, put it on there, and it will be all good. I saw you came back. Are you ready? You sure? Sea salt is fine. Yep, sea salt. They have coarse one and they have it fine. I would use maybe the coarse one if you're doing one of these two dishes. Okay. Again, if you're new to the class, you probably say, man, he goes through a lot of gloves, doesn't he? Right? I get these over at Sam's Club, 2,000 of them. It's a 4-pack for $9.99. But you know what? A lot of libraries, I don't have a sink behind me. Here I do, but instead of going like that, boom, off. So I'm going to let that grill using some plum tomatoes. The plum tomatoes, chefs really like them because they hold up really well. I'm just cutting this little end off of here. And then I'm just going to cut it into about 1/4-inch rounds. I'm going to use that little bit of, where did I have that bowl? It was, here it is. So I have a little bit of oil here. Toss it in there with that salt and the canola oil. Throw it on here. And I want to get these nice and charred too. It just brings out a nice smoky flavor. So I'll let the scallions go a little bit. I'll turn them once in a while. They take a few minutes. That's really it. I have it on 400. Yeah. So pretty high. So if you do these on your barbecue, if you're staying outside with it, a few minutes, that's all it really takes. So I'm using, this is ciabatta bread, the same as what you had already. But this one, I threw in the little oven when I got here. I brushed it with a little bit of olive oil, kosher salt, and black pepper. Okay. And I have to get out some mascarpone. Mascarpone is an Italian cream cheese. This is really good. Used with tiramisu. Okay. The date on the bottom here, 1/20 of 24. Okay. But as soon as I go like this and pop that lid, 3 to 5 days, it's good. And that's it. It spoils that quick. I go through 2 of these, 3 of these a day. Sometimes I do most of these. I do 2 a day, pretty much programs. Today I only had 1. It was so nice. It was really nice. So I just take the mascarpone and I brush it on the toasted crostini, just like this. You can just take a knife, or if you got gloves, it's nice and easy too. And I'm just going to put these on the tray here. And then just put a little salt and pepper on top. And I'm just going to stick it into the oven again because I want that cheese to melt really good. It's already toasted, so all I have to really do is melt that cheese on there. Okay. So I'm not sure which month, if it's January or February that I'm back here, but I'm going to tell you the 2 menus that I am offering then. Okay, and you'll find out from the library when I am here. January, I am doing a Moroccan lentil sweet potato soup, vegetarian. Okay. And then I'm also doing with that a bittersweet hot chocolate with toasted coconut on top and almond fluff whipped cream. Okay. That's right. Well, see, I give you a nice vegetarian soup first and to warm you up. And then in, let's see, in February, I'm doing a minestrone soup. And then I'm also with that, you're going to bring a mug. And when you bring the mug, you're going to make like a chocolate chip cake in it. And then you take it home. So you eat here, you get full here, and then you go home, stick it in the microwave, and you have dessert. Okay. So a little bit different. Always. And if one of those menus, you like it and you're not sure, you know, like if what your library's having it, you can get into other libraries. Some libraries charge, some don't. Okay. I'm just holding this up just to show you what it looks like. Okay. See, nice grill marks on here. The plum tomatoes, like I was saying, really holds up really well. So like I stuff these at times. So let's say the recipe says 20 minutes that you want to stuff it and bake it for. If you come back in 30, 35 minutes, chances are it's still going to be intact. If you have like a beefsteak tomato or something like that, or on the vine, it's going to be like this, just splat. It's going to be open. Okay. So these are basically done here. So I'm just going to throw these on here. These, yep. Throw them on the barbecue. That way your house doesn't smell. See, I'm at the library, so it doesn't matter because I get to leave and they get to remember I was here tomorrow. This is a nice, well, it's great for a nice Italian meal. It is nice in the summertime when all the vegetables are really nice and fresh. And also it's a nice appetizer around the holidays too. So different times of the year that you can use these. So I'm going to leave that there. So when you were at home saying, should I leave for the library yet? I was here grilling them. Okay. All right. It's going to drain that water. So these are the ones that I did before. And these are the scallions that I did before. Okay. Leave them to the side. I'm going to put these in here. Get that cheese nice and melted. Now the balsamic syrup. Okay, the balsamic syrup. I never have any idea what time it is, but usually it's always the hour, and yeah, we're on time. There it is. Yeah, we're all good. You're open. What do you put? 8 or 9 now? 9? Okay. I know for a while it was 8, right? And then, yep. So the balsamic syrup, you can go and buy it, make life easy. Okay, just like this. Sometimes they'll say syrup, sometimes they'll say glaze. When you go to the supermarket, it'll be about this size, the bottle. This is a restaurant size one. Okay. All it is balsamic vinegar in a pot. Let's say you put 1 cup of balsamic vinegar in a pot. Just slowly reduce it down for about 10 minutes. And it'll become about a 1/4 cup. You should be able to take a spoon or a knife and dip it in there. And the knife should be black. And that way it's a nice thick glaze. Okay. I'm just going to show you how it kind of looks. Okay. That it's okay. It's a little bit thick. I balance it out when I make it myself. I balance it out with either a little sugar, just a pinch of sugar, or brown sugar, or honey. Any of those. Because with the vinegar and the sugar or the honey, it just kind of balances it really nicely. It's really good on this crostini, like this. Okay. I'm just going to give that a few minutes there. Just be careful when you buy the syrup or the glaze. There's a lot of different ones. Sometimes it could say raspberry glaze or chocolate glaze. So there's a lot of different balsamic glazes out there. Okay. What's that? Oh, yes. Yep. Yep. I've seen that one there. Yep. It's good. It is good, right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna chop up these scallions right here. Now the tomatoes, you could just take them and just kind of quarter them. But since I have 30 people here, you want to make sure everybody gets a tomato. So if I chop them, I may get towards the back row and you guys are, oh, no, you guys are going first this time. So you guys may not get tomatoes. So that way, if you put one on there, you know you cover the whole room. Okay. I've done this long enough. I was just telling Krista here. So I've been at this library here probably about 9 years, I'd say. Yep, 9, maybe 10 years. You were about my number 6 library that I started doing. Doing all these classes, hardly ever do I ever forget anything. I would say it's a handful of times out of all those years, the 12 years, that I forgot something. But going back about 9, 10 years ago, we did a class on a Sunday night, the old building. I'm on the LIE. Something went off in me and I said, I was with my kids, my mom, they were coming to the class too to watch. And as I was coming here, something went off and it said, I don't have olive oil. I wasn't sure, but I wasn't getting out on the expressway to find out, you know, especially today, I'm never getting out on the expressway. So I said, well, let me go to the supermarket. I went over where the old Stop and Shop was there and went there, bought an olive oil. I went in the building, I go through my bucket. There was no olive oil. So somebody was looking over me that day. Yep. Yep. Now, for you folks that have been coming here forever, do you remember Diane Letty? Who, yeah? Okay. So she was so nice when I was just kind of starting out. She said, you know, I've seen your menus, but I haven't had you at the library yet, but everybody deserves a start. And she booked me for like a full year of contracts before she left and retired. It was just so nice of her. What? No, that was Wanda. That was Wanda. Yep. She's still at Sag Harbor. Okay, so I'm showing you the scallions, okay, really small and chopped up. Again, smoky flavor. Gonna put this over here. Let's see. So you folks in the back, how about the back row? Come on up, okay, just bring that plate, okay. Thank you so much. I can make a large, big one of this and that could be my dinner. I would,
Very curious.
where they're grilled like that.
They're not really each day.
What's, oh, okay.
They like tomatoes, you reduced it, they, well, I forgot how to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Good, yep,
I used to
yep.
have, like, they would make some meat, but then, you know, after I forgot how to make it.
And then if you have like a little portable grill or buy your burner outside, do it outside. So that way the neighbors get the smell and your house doesn't, you know, enjoy it. So the first one was okay. You came back for this one? There you are.
Comes down the ground now.
Sure. Yes. Yep. Yes. Yeah.
Put 'em in there and
Yeah. Nice sunny spot. And then make sure they get watered good. I think this week we're supposed to get
a lot of rain.
a lot of rain. Yeah. I was in Sam's Club earlier. I saw the sky when I went in and it was okay going in. When I came out, Well, I brought my raincoat in there, and when I came out, it was torrential. I just stood there. I said,
I know that's so.
I think some of the clubs has it, but Restaurant Depot has it. That container that I have, a pound one, at Restaurant Depot is like 4 something for that. Which, no. Yeah. Somebody told me Lidl and Aldi have it. So, oh, okay, yep, you're good. Yep. Sure. You're welcome. Hello, thank you. Enjoy it. You're welcome.
It's the bread and tomato for my wife, but I'll take the works.
Absolutely. Okay. Do you have the other plate or no?
You can put.
Oh, yeah, all right, yep. And you're the works, yep. Enjoy it. You're welcome.
Brand of mascarpone?
If I'm at like any of the supermarkets, chances are it's gonna be Belgioso, okay? This one is Supremo Italiano, just because it's from Restaurant Depot. I find them exactly, yeah, so close. You're welcome.
And can I make my own scallion? Just take the scallion and cut the ends off, and instead of taking one of yours.
Oh, yeah, you can, but yeah, please help yourself though if you want.
No, I'm just saying for the future.
Absolutely. Just take those ends off and put them in a nice sunny spot and you don't buy scallions ever again. Good deal, unless there's snow on top of them. Come on down.
They get things straightened out.
It's gonna be tasty.
I don't know, but we will.
There you are. You want just plain bread?
Oh, it's fun. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yep. You are welcome.
Oh. Okay, that's good. Right. Then you put butter on it and you put more plum on it and put it up. Yeah.
Huh? Okay, do it.
Right.
At the same
Yeah,
time.
and more for us, yeah.
This is new.
Brand new.
Always good to try something different, right? It's
Kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
like when I go out to dinner, I never order anything that I make.
Right, that's
Yep,
true.
yep.
Oh, sure must be hard for you.
Sometimes, but I'm easy though. It's just,
It's in a tall one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on down next two. You're the next contestant.
Thank you. So the
You're
deer,
welcome.
do the deer like scallions? If
Yep.
you Plant them, they
Yeah.
eat them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, go right ahead.
Thank
Go
you.
right ahead. Absolutely.
Good. Thank
Nope,
you.
this here.
Okay. Everything's very good, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, and I only know it in terms.
Yup. Or, gonna give you yours there. Yep, sure. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. Or, and it's nice, like the grilled stuff on there too, and
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Or, you having that one here?
No, I'm
You-
gonna bring it home.
You are, you never eat with me.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take this piece of foil. and-
Yep, sure.
That's it.
There you
And I
are.
still do that celery, buddy. That's the best advice.
Oh,
ever.
oh, that's good. I wish I gave better advice than that. Uh, Uh-huh. They do. There you are. There you are. Oh, really? There you are. Come on. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're welcome.
Yeah, a lot of scallions there.
Yep.
Delicious.
There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me see if I got a plate. Let me get one. There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anybody have any questions? I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So again, check out other libraries. Come back here and whenever I'm here, I think it's got to be January, February. Okay. If you want to watch that Zoom class tomorrow night, okay, sign up for it. Just call the Taft Library tomorrow, or you could just go on their website and you could sign up and they will just automatically email you the recipes and the Zoom link. Okay. The muffin tops are really good. So if you like pumpkin, that's what you want to watch that. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Those are the easiest questions to answer. It's just so wonderful. Thank you for those. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I know, little wine. You,
Get the urge to like taste the vinegar.
Yup. Hey, you know what? Someday the libraries are gonna have wine, beer, everything. Yup, cigars, all of it. Yup. Uh-huh. Well, everybody, have a great night. Thank you for coming. If you're eating, stay eating, okay?